Hello. Please hit like button and subscribe my channel. Also press bell icon for future video notifications. Thanks.
Drinks. The visitors are right on top as they bundled over the top order in the first 10 overs itself with not many on board, and picked up 2 more wickets as well. Zimbabwe are really struggling at 75th, and needs a partnership with Sikandar Raza being the key if they want to make a comeback in this game. Also, Clive Madande walks out to bat now. Brandon Glover to Ryan Burl, out. Edged and taken. Full and wide outside off. Ryan Burl chases this one and gets a feather on this, and skipper Scott Edwards makes no mistake this time and collects this well behind the wicket. Brandon Glover to Ryan Burl, wide. On a length drifting down leg, Ryan Burl looks to flick but fails to connect. Wide signalled. Brandon Glover to Ryan Burl, wide. Fuller one a little bit too wide. Ryan Burl leaves this. Brandon Glover to Ryan Burl, short and wide of off. Ryan Burl looks to cut but misses out. Brandon Glover to Sikandar Raza, good length delivery towards middle. Sikandar Raza milks this to this fine leg for a single. Brandon Glover to Ryan Burl, on a length around pads. Ryan Burl tucks this to fine leg for a single. Brandon Glover to Sikandar Raza, fuller around pads. Sikandar Raza pushes this to deep mid-wicket for a single. Brandon Glover to Ryan Burl, width on offer. Burl cuts this wide of point for some runs. Brilliant effort in the deep by Paul van Meekeren to save a certain boundary. 3 runs were taken. Paul van Meekeren to Ryan Burl, fuller one on pads. Ryan Burl flicks this to fine leg for a single. Paul van Meekeren to Ryan Burl, 4. Powerfully cut for 4. Short and wide outside off. Ryan Burl cuts this over point for a boundary. Paul van Meekeren to Ryan Burl, full and wide outside off. Ryan Burl drives this to cover for no run. Paul van Meekeren to Ryan Burl, fuller one around middle. Ryan Burl defends this off the front foot. Paul van Meekeren to Sikandar Raza, back of a length outside off. Sikandar Raza cuts this to third man for a single. Don't miss anything. Subscribe to our newsletter and get all the stories that matter delivered to your inbox. Invalid id. Please enter again. Paul van Meekeren to Ryan Burl, on a length outside off. Ryan Burl guides this to point and takes a single. Brandon Glover to Sikandar Raza, quicker and fuller in middle. Sikandar Raza blocks this out. Brandon Glover to Sikandar Raza, wide. Third wide of the over as Brandon Glover darts one down leg again. Brandon Glover to Sikandar Raza, fuller one around middle. Sikandar Raza pushes this to short mid-wicket for no run. Brandon Glover to Sikandar Raza, dropped. Fuller one on pads. Sikandar Raza gets a little feather on this, but skipper Scott Edwards drops this behind the wicket. Brandon Glover to Sikandar Raza, 6. Stand and deliver. On a length around pads, Sikandar Raza pulls this over the deep square leg fielder for a maximum. Ryan Burl comes out to the middle now. Brandon Glover to Sikandar Raza, out. Run out. Bizarre dismissal as Wesley Madhaviya walks back. Short of a length around off, Sikandar Raza smashes this down the ground, but Brandon Glover goes down quickly and gets a hand to it as the ball crashes into the stumps on the other end. Wesley Madhaviya is well short of his crease and couldn't get back from the follow-through. Zimbabwe are in deep trouble now. Brandon Glover to Sikandar Raza, wide. Good length delivery once again going down leg. Sikandar Raza looks to clip this but he misses out. Wide signalled by the umpire. Brandon Glover to Sikandar Raza, wide. On a length going way down leg, Sikandar Raza leaves this for the keeper to collect. Brandon Glover to Wesley Madhaviya, fuller one on pads. Wesley Madhaviya flicks this to deep mid-wicket for a single. Power play 2. The fielding side can now have up to 4 players outside the 30-yard circle till the 40th over. Also, Brandon Glover comes into the attack now. Paul van Meekeren to Wesley Madhavier, short of a length and on off. Wesley Madhavier guides it through point for 1. Paul van Meekeren to Wesley Madhavier, overpitched and on off. Wesley Madhavier drills it towards mid-off. Paul van Meekeren to Sikandar Raza, pitched up, on middle. Sikandar Raza knocks it in front of mid-on for a quick single. Slight halt. Wesley Madhavier has been hit on his waist while trying to pull one and is receiving some treatment. We are ready to continue. Paul van Meekeren to Wesley Madhavier, short and around leg. Wesley Madhavier goes for the pull, but gets hurried and misses as the ball deflects off his waist towards the square leg region. A leg bye is taken. Paul van Meekeren to Wesley Madhavier, back of a length and on off. Wesley Madhavier keeps it to the offside. Paul van Meekeren to Wesley Madhavier, 4. Up and over. This is back of a length and outside off. Wesley Madhavier frees his arms and cuts it over point for a boundary. Fred Klaasen to Wesley Madhavier, full and on middle. Wesley Madhavier nudges it through square leg for 1. Fred Klaasen to Wesley Madhavier, 4. Smashed. Fred Klaasen lands this shot and on middle. This time it sits up nicely. Wesley Madhavier gets into position quickly and hammers it off the middle of the bat towards the deep mid-wicket fence for a boundary. That went like a bullet to the fence. Fred Klaasen to Sikandar Raza, fuller again and around leg. Sikandar Raza misses his flick as the ball goes off his pads towards square leg. A leg bye is taken. Fred Klaasen to Sikandar Raza, goes a bit fuller and on middle. Sikandar Raza defends it to the leg side. Fred Klaasen to Sikandar Raza, back of a length and on off. Extra bounce again. Sikandar Raza somehow manages to keep it out. Fred Klaasen to Wesley Madhavier, dropped. Wesley Madhavier gets a life there. This is full and outside off. Wesley Madhavier reaches for it and slices it uppishly towards backward point where the fielder is a bit late to react and the ball bursts through his hands. A single is taken. Paul van Meekeren to Sikandar Raza, back of a length and around off. Sikandar Raza punches it towards cover point. Paul van Meekeren to Sikandar Raza, full and on middle. Sikandar Raza knocks it down the pitch. Paul van Meekeren to Sikandar Raza, this is on a good length and on middle. Sikandar Raza blocks it out. Sikandar Raza walks out next. Paul van Meekeren to Innocent Kia, out. Taken. The extra bounce has done the trick again for Netherlands. They are right on top here. Paul van Meekeren bangs this onto the pitch around off, rises up viciously. Innocent Kia tries to keep it out, but gets surprised and is in an awkward position as the extra bounce takes the outside edge and goes towards second slip where Colin Ackerman leaps up and grabs it. Zimbabwe 3 down and in a spot of bother now. Paul van Meekeren to Innocent Kia, on a length and on off. Innocent Kia steers it towards backward point. Paul van Meekeren to Innocent Kia, 4. Good shot. Paul van Meekeren lands this shot and on middle. Innocent Kia gets on top of the bounce and swivels and pulls it towards the deep mid-wicket fence for a boundary. Fred Klaasen to Innocent Kia, short and on middle. Innocent Kia pulls it towards deep square leg for a single. Fred Klaasen to Innocent Kia, back of a length and on off. Innocent Kia punches it towards mid-off. Fred Klaasen to Innocent Kia. Fred Klaasen serves this full again, on leg, shaping in. Innocent Kia misses his flick and gets hit on the pads. There is a stifled appeal for LBW, but turned down. Fred Klaasen to Innocent Kia, pitched up, on off. Innocent Kia pushes it towards mid-off. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more sports updates.